Welcome to the Inner Temple, everybody. It's Mr. Meyer with the fire, here to share ideas and take the collective vibration higher. And my sole intention is to reconcile all paradox with love and truth. I love you. This is the Venus Day Q&A, part 1, our first episode. So let's see how it goes. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please leave that like. Life is about interaction, not just YouTube. Life is about interaction. So I like seeing the likes just because it lets me know that you liked it. That sounds so redundant, but I'm telling you, it means the world to me to be received. Because sent and receive are two different things. And this is feeling like the spirit of Venus coming through me. So what I plan on doing with this video is to give you a good return on your investment of time and energy. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to talk about today's astrology, the energies we got going on today. We have a weekly astrology breakdown and we're almost 40 weeks into it. Consistency. And that's a weekly breakdown. So it's Tuesday to Tuesday. I figured this is kind of like midweek from that point. Let's talk about today's energy and then Q&As. This will be like a Q&A session. So what I'm planning on doing is hitting the astrology, talking about the major energies and what we're experiencing currently, and then we're going to jump into the questions that have been coming through on Discord. So if you're not yet a member of the Discord community, the link is going to be in the bio. It's absolutely free to join. Come build with us. And there's a channel called Ask Mark, and that's where we're going to do the questions for Venus Day Q&A. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This comes with love, peace, and respect from the bottom of my heart. Let's talk about the vibes right now, guys. This is the chart. You should have some software at this point. Can we focus in? Is the cinematic mode gonna let us do this shit? This is a bunch of blurry shapes and numbers. Okay, there we go. Damn. You should have a chart calculator on your phone. Either way, I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna show you how this goes. This shit is crazy, y'all. I see Jupiter and Uranus up there in the sky in my local midheaven. Leo rising chart. So let me be the Leo star to illuminate this path. Today the sun is in Pisces at 18 degrees, and that's over halfway through Pisces season. So shout out to my Pisces in the house, having a good time. The water is deep, y'all. So you might be seeing that spirituality is a prime focus for you, or just the universe or your guides or higher meaning in life. It's real emotional where Pisces is concerned. So if you feel real sensitive, real irritable even, there's interesting aspects to the sun right now. The most interesting one, which if you saw Mars did with Mark, you saw, but the sun opposing Lilith last week, man, I mean, it's still technically opposing, but it's getting easier. It's waning out. Sun opposite Lilith is confronting the darkness. And that shit's been quite crazy because Pisces is confronting the universe, but it's like confronting the darkness on some level too. Whether you want to or not, it's there. So no use running. Escapism is effectively useless, is what that says to me. The moon today is in Aquarius, and this speaks about freedom. This speaks about freeing the heart space and connecting with your friends, socializing, organizing, being interactive, being involved, being a leader. So it's 27-degree moon. You might have seen that when I showed it, but that just kind of speaks to the moon is about to move into Pisces, and we're having a new moon tomorrow. So that is one thing I will touch on before we move into the Q&A, is that there's a new moon tomorrow. We want to make the most of it. So what does that mean, really? Plant seeds, set intentions, do rituals, do magic, do something that sets energy into motion. Heighten your emotions, do a ritual, do a spell. Let the universe know how you want to feel, is my message for the new moon in Pisces, because you can manifest your dreams. I'm building new things, of course, but who the hell am I besides a motherfucker that did it? I wrote a book, self-published it, got it across the whole globe in people's hands. I said hands. That shit is crazy. But I did that shit, man. You can literally do anything. You put your mind to it. And that's what this moon in Aquarius is talking about. The moon crossed over well, fuck, dude. In the whole time the moon has been in Aquarius, it crossed over Pluto, it crossed over Venus, and it crossed over Mars. Not necessarily in that order, Pluto, Mars, Venus, actually. But today, as I was on TikTok live, man, we had the moon on top of Venus, and that felt good. That felt like love. That felt like home to me as a Cancer Venus. So it was a good time. We were chanting to the goddess Lakshmi, bringing in her energy. I preach daily invocation. Where the hell is your mala at? I know where mine is. You know, so I be chanting on that thing. I be spinning that thing. Whew, feels so good. So we chanted to the goddess Lakshmi. You can't afford to slow down. You're like, how can I get 20 minutes in my day? I don't have enough time. Nah, bitch, you can't afford to slow down. You have the time. That is one of the chants I did today. I did other ones. We don't got to talk about them, but the point is, Lakshmi opened up my Lakshmi, damn. Mahalakshmi opened up our eyes to abundance. Me, personally, I can attest to this. And the world is rich, the world is beautiful. Organization is key to structure your life so you don't have to do so much discipline and force. You know, that will go far, but that will go even further when you just sit down and slow down. Yeah, I'm loving the questions, guys. Keep them coming, by the way. So definitely join that Discord. But there's a question about the North Node in Aries. How does it affect us? And that's really the question right now, man. And it's relevant while we're on the chart. The North Node in Aries affects all of us. Speaking of Mars and Venus, yeah. The North Node in Aries affects everybody because it's telling you, I say you, but remember it's me too. It's telling you to get on your purpose. It's telling you to devote your energy to your purpose. Aries is the first sign. This is the most personal sign. So that's why I say you, but it's me too. It's saying you get on your purpose. Say fuck the world, what everybody else is doing, it's you. The opposite of Aries is your ass, Libra. A lot of people be talking out their ass right now, man. Beyond what they say, what they do, actions speak louder than words. Some people are living out their ass. And that's even more fucked up. Crazy. Living out your ass means bending over backwards to please everybody. That means going back on your word because you're saying what you think people want to hear, not what you really believe. That shit's hurting me so much personally. I can't do that no more, guys. Just trying to be nice. Fuck that. Trying to be nice energy. You know, so beyond the attitude that the North Node Aries represents, it also just means independence, especially with Mars in Aquarius. It means independence. And for you to be able to do that, you must be self-reliant. Simply put. So whatever that means, take that message in and receive it. Chiron is up by the North Node. So that's really one of the most important things to know about the nodes right now is that it's really about healing. So I wanted to show you guys something. Like, this is my Chiron deck, my Chiron papers, programming what I'm doing, sending energy and intention into everything. It's all about the healing, the Aries energy, and that's identity. That's also just confidence. And we may assume the world is basically discovered, but I encourage you to think of yourself as a pioneer on some level. That's the best way to tap into the Aries North Node energy, is to recognize that, like, as a pioneer / scientist, nah fam, your life is not all the way explored. That's the best way to take advantage of this. This Libra South Node, on the other hand, is more like, oh, I'm comfortable. I figured it all out. It's already been done. So it's like this, it almost feels like a desensitization, like an apathy towards the world because everything is already in balance or is already in peace, or, you know, you're comfortable on some level. So it's like, we're not doing that. We're going to keep expanding. So beyond, what other planets we got? I wanted to show you guys something cool today. So beyond the moon doing this thing and the new moon coming up on Saturday, so definitely get your magic on Saturday. That's my message for the new moon. Ultimately, when it comes to Pisces new moon, the Pisces part specifically, this is about your third eye. This is about your ability to fucking see. And really, some people are losing in their own fantasies, and that's fucked up. So Let's take some time for let that sink in. Let those words make conversation. That shit is crazy, man. Because you can control what you're seeing. So, you got to win in your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. The Pisces new moon will still be opposite Lilith. So this really talks about, are you able to feel the way that you want to live? And I've been seeing this so much, gang, because right before we move off the moon conversation is that with this being like a waning moon cycle, that the message in the chapter right now is let the fuck go. Just release. We're always going through a release in the waning cycle and usually going through a building in the waxing cycle. But beyond that, man, with the way that the sun right now is opposing Lilith and the way that we're starting a new moon cycle with this condition, this really means that our prime focus for the next month really is release. How crazy. So I won't let you forget. Stay tuned in. I'll probably roll another one. Fuck it, because we haven't even got to the questions, but there's plenty of them. Let me tell you, Mercury right now is at 27 degrees Pisces, and I have Jupiter at 27 Pisces. So I'm telling y'all, I'm hearing the questions. Like, it's crazy. But Mercury is how you think. Mercury is how you analyze and communicate. And Pisces is the whole universe, like we talked about. So Mercury Pisces puts our attention and focus on this stuff. And this may make us highly confused, but highly illuminated is the thing that we stand to gain from it on some level. Mercury is conjunct Neptune today. Let me show you. They're literally sitting together, 27-27. Mercury conjunct Neptune in the sign of Pisces. And that just says that, man, the image-making function of your mind is the most powerful part of it, whether you realize that or not. So take note. Use that to the best of your ability. And who the fuck do you got confused? Because ultimately you build this world. So we talked a little bit about Venus, Mars, just to be linear. Boom, boom, boom. Venus is how we love. Aquarius is freedom. So it's about, you tell me. Free the heart, you know, free your mind. Spend some time with your friends, unify. A lot of Aquarius energy in the sky. Pluto, Mars, Venus. So I just want to say that's about unifying. That's about a collective identity and mobilizing it. You know, so I'm grateful to have you guys as a part of this community. Everything we built is beautiful. Let's just keep interacting. The more that we interact, the more that we grow. So one of the first questions I saw on the list, and I'm going to jump into it now, was what's up with this schedule? So I'll tell you where we stand right now, and we will adjust as necessary as the future needs for us. But as of right now, I go, if I can, I go live on TikTok Monday, Wednesday, Friday at some point, okay? Sometimes I do readings on those days, sometimes I don't. I may do live readings on Monday, Wednesday, Friday for a lucky duck. I'm not doing lists and lists and lists of readings. I don't have the energy to do that stuff anymore, y'all. I could literally do it, but it's just like where I am right now, I just can't. So I'm really gonna be doing them through my same store, Simplified Astrology, that I started my business on. It'll be through my bio, same way on TikTok, boom. You go to the thing, you hit the link, it'll take you there. But I realize now, rather than having them open and shutting it off during the live session, I can run it through the Simplified Astrology store, only stock the number of readings I'm trying to do. Basically, whoever gets it, gets it. Nobody needs to be refunded for missing out and things like that, which used to happen. So just doing some back-end updates, that's pretty cool. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday is when I intend to go live, and I send notifications in the Discord once I start, just so you know. So we have Mars Day with Mark on Tuesday. That's the weekly astrology video. I intend to keep posting these videos on Friday just to tap in with you guys and to get some more interaction. And then also, because there's membership on YouTube, I was planning on doing subscriber-only lives on YouTube on Sundays. And that being a pretty good content schedule. And that'll give me some time, like around Thursday throughout the week, to get some TikToks out there, some Reels or whatever. So the idea is, like, that's what's working for me. That's how I'm thinking right now. I just wanted you guys to see where I am. And thanks for being here, genuinely. So that's how I'm mobilizing my associates. I'm getting my Aquarius on. I'm trying to lock into the best of my ability, you know, and the hard work pays off. What do we got? Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter, this is the funny thing, guys. I really feel like the message Spirit says to me every day, dude, is like, you have to slow the fuck down, Mark. And it's such a hard message to receive a lot of times, because I love to work, I love to be focused, and there's so much going on in the world. So it's like, I feel like I've been conditioned to be acting so fast and so much. I do find that when I slow the fuck down, I get so much more done, because my energy a lot of times, if I don't, is erratic and nervous and all over the place. So it's like, just by breathing deeper, centering myself, I find my thoughts flow better. And I really feel like that's something to say about Jupiter Taurus, or at least how I'm feeling this energy, where Jupiter teaches us. It's how we expand in our life and how meaning is derived. So this all comes from the basics, Taurus energy, our needs, you know, our values. And I know I value peace. I'm a Libra moon in the 2nd house. So, you know, my heart says slow the fuck down, man, when it comes to this life right now. Get outside, spend some time in nature. If you can. Sometimes it's nasty. It is winter in my hemisphere still. So the thing about Jupiter and Taurus also, beyond like peace, and I start with that because priorities, right? But beyond peace, Jupiter is asking us to get rich right now, just so you know. And it's like, a lot of people look at being rich or wealthy like a fleeting dream. And I'm here to tell you, my dude, whoever the fuck is listening to me, you can create anything. Why the fuck wouldn't you be rich, right? It's not a fleeting dream. This will be your reality. By the way, it's your reality right now. Realizing I create happiness. Realizing you create happiness. You know you're rich in spirit. So that logic says that the longer you hold that intention out in the universe, the more money you will make in your life. Money is important because we all need it to exchange value. Money is important to you. You want to be rich. You will be rich because your focus maintains on it. Put this in your daily affirmations in your phone. Put the reminder on your phone that goes off every single day at a certain time, because repetition is the key to learning. You need to be repeating your affirmations daily. The most fucked up thing about an affirmation is it sucks, because when you know that you need to affirm something, your body will kind of reject it because it's new. So you have to repeat it long enough for your body to agree with your mind. So Jupiter Taurus says, get rich, man. And also on a deep, more philosophical level, because good Lord, Jupiter is deep and philosophical. Jupiter Taurus says, man, if you don't understand your values, man, you're not going to go anywhere. And money and energy is everything. Money can expand you. And do you want to expand corruption, or do you want to expand peace? And you really have to look deep within yourself to know the answer. Because I'm not asking you to tell me, I'm asking you to know within yourself. That's also what Saturn in Pisces is talking about, which Jupiter leads us to. Jupiter rules Pisces, just so you know. And that says everything about how Pisces works. So Saturn in Pisces says, it's time that you realize the spirit world and the material world are the same fucking thing. Real shit. I could talk your ear off about it, but I feel like that's basically a holistic view of the astrology. We talked about the nodes. We talked about Lilith and Pluto, Sun through fucking Saturn, Uranus too. Uranus says, man, the frequency of the earth is going up for real. I think it always does, but now more than ever with Uranus and Taurus, there is a baseline instability. You need to focus on stability. For a lot of us, that really does mean, hey, it's time to start saving our money, get rich, invest our money, start looking at new ways to make money. Uranus is new, Taurus is money, new ways to make money. Stop trading your time for money, or trade it for a better trade, you know? This is about getting what you're worth and about empowering yourself, empowering your community, going for freedom. Let me go through the list of questions, guys. I love this. So we're going to just go from the top. We talked about Neptune as well. We hit it, man. We got asteroid. We might, fuck it, man. I'm not going under the questions. Let me hit these asteroids. This chart is shredded. The roids are something else, man. This one's out. I'm going to hit this up for the goddess. Give me a second, y'all. We're in no rush. We might even do a 1-card poll while we're doing this. This is my show. We're only at 20 minutes. This isn't too bad. And I hope you guys are having a blessed day, drinking water, eating something nice, unless you're fasting. Our one card, well, I want to say we did a pretty lengthy spread on TikTok Live today. And the one card that landed as our most important card was King of Wands, which really just means if you really have the will, there will be a way. Okay? If you don't lose focus, if you don't lose sight of your goals, if you keep believing in yourself and you keep showing up every day, you're gonna get it. That's something you need to know. There's a lot of options in this world, so sometimes you gotta take some of them off the table to simplify your own life. But what you wish for can come to you. You just need to be ready to receive it genuinely. Okay? I see an abundance. I'm seeing a lot of things, man. I'm about to put the cards down. Like, I'm seeing so many things. Oh my goodness. But the abundance card just fell out. Yeah, I figured. Good stuff. That was a good 20-second reading. Doesn't take too long here, man. We functioned off results. I said thanks, tarot cards. Did y'all see how quick that was, man? When you do repeat it, repetition over and over and over again on a system, and then modify your system over and over again, it just becomes so powerful. I feel like tarot is my lightsaber. Just an extension of my hands. So, yeah, I read the fuck out of this chart. I'm not gonna lie. The one thing I want to talk about before I get to the goddesses is that Mars right now is making a square with Uranus in the sky. Perfect square. Well, actually, because Mars is applying to Uranus, this square is going to tighten up like today and tomorrow. So it's a beautiful thing that we had this conversation, for real. And I'll show you what I'm talking about, because some people aren't looking at the chart, and that's totally cool. Let me save you the time. Top of the chart, the red fucking line, boom, to the top. You see that square? Mars at 19, Taurus 19, Aquarius Mars, Uranus Taurus. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That 90-degree angle right now, guys, is intensifying all of our lives, and it's accelerating the way that the world is working. In a very simplistic way, but at the same time, you'll see this through your energy levels, because this is Mars. Uranus is an outer planet with a really far orbit. Mars is right behind Earth, if you look at it in the progression of how the planets are lined up, you know? So like I said, Mars is applying, Mars is moving into the square. Uranus is kind of just sitting there. It's moving at its pace, slower. It is what it is. And you know, we got that Chiron energy in the Aries constellation, kind of afflicting Mars too. So I just feel like there's a lot of pressure and there's a need to take that shit off. I've been seeing this consistently in my own life, and I be reading people's energy and just checking in with my friends and loved ones. So I just feel like it's not wrong for me to say, man, there's some pressure that needs to be let off, for real. And this is crazy because, again, this is the fucking Chiron. That's the one I picked for Chiron. So take 3 nice deep breaths with me, just for the principle. Feeling invincible. I'm gonna go hit this hoe. Okay, give me a second. Take a second and follow my own advice. Where did he go? I'm back. All right, gang. Let me tell you about the asteroids, and then we're going to get into the Q&A. We're only at 24 minutes. I feel like it was a vibe. So, in the future, because I won't be explaining everything that I was doing, like next episode, it'll probably be a little bit shorter before I get into the questions. But either way, we actually did answer a question before, and I got an idea, I'm going to tell you. Before I got to this point, I actually did answer that North Node question, which was a good question. And I love you guys' questions about anything, astrology or life, whatever you want to talk about. As long as it's respectful, no question is off limits. And by respectful, I mean just like, do you actually want to know the answer to the question? I consider that respect, you know? So, that being said, asteroids. I think I thought this and didn't say it, but we consecrate this flaming sword with the energy of Chiron and Aries to bring healing and integration into our personal lives. Blessed be. Because Aries strikes me as a person. So let's talk about the asteroids, like the main four, because we're not going to spend all day on asteroids. You really could spend all day. I just see that Vesta, the asteroid, the goddess of the sacred hearth, the sacred flame, she's burning bright in Gemini. And that just means we're working on cleaning up our mind and cleaning up our environment, vacuuming out the car, cleaning under your bed, organizing your desk, mopping, sweeping, dusting, you know, cleaning up the neighborhood even, not even joking. That's a Vesta Gemini thing. Cleaning up your mind, cleaning up your thought process. You might need to be writing shit down, organizing how your mind is working. But cleanliness is next to godliness, goddessliness, I should say, with this Vesta Gemini energy. Squaring into Mercury and Neptune is saying, like, when you can see how the mundane and the thing in front of you interrelates to the cosmos, you'll really feel that transcendent bliss. And that's beautiful. So I feel like you're seeing that. If you're seeing that, I want you to like put the mop bucket emojis or like the sponges, or like let me know that you know about cleaning up. That'll let me know you received that one. If I see those, like, if I see that. But we also got Juno, which is the asteroid of marriage. She's basically a goddess of marriage, to my knowledge. We can do more research on Juno. If anybody knows about Juno, put her in the comments and teach us all something. But Juno is in Virgo right now, and she's retrograde, and that speaks to romance that's practical and healthy. And she kind of has been doing this dance with Black Moon Lilith because she's retrograde. She moved back over, so technically she'll go direct and pass over Lilith again. But I feel like this is having us really cleanse our fucking toxicity. What the fuck? Cleanse the toxicity out of our love nature. You know, if you're not bringing light to this, you may be fucking up. But we're meant to be cleaning up our toxicity and to make love more practical and useful. Raise our standards, no lie. Raise our standards. Be more self-reliant. But at the same time, it's like you got to be willing to self-reflect so you don't project. That's what that's about. And we got a trine here where we got Ceres, which is the mother goddess, Demeter. We got Ceres in Capricorn, which just says, like, it's a fierce protection. And it's not a game. It's serious. Ceres is serious right now, man. It's like treating the love in our life, in our world, like a business. Like world domination when it comes to my family. Like, I'm giving my family all the space they need to dominate the world themselves, but it's like our family dominates the world type shit. That's what this feels like. That's what I sense from this. I see this beautiful grand earth trine with Lilith, Juno in Virgo, Ceres in Cap, and then Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus. Grand earth trine. The gift is stability right now. It's gentle expansion through the day-to-day actions, the practical adjustments. That's the beauty here that I'm seeing in this chart, and that's amazing. On another note, we got Pallas, which is Athena, the warrior asteroid, the warrior goddess, and she is in Sagittarius. It's spiritual warfare. The pen is mightier than the sword. It's the pursuit of knowledge. We've got Pallas applying to a square with Saturn. People are getting serious right now. And the wars are getting serious right now. And if you pay attention to Palestine, problems are already on the planet. So you need to call for a ceasefire today. And contact your local representatives. And I'll put it in the comments. It's ceasefiretoday.com. You literally have a list of things that you can do. Like, this is about taking a stand and fighting for something. The ambivalence is not cutting it. Because I know this is a fun video, but this is about, man, not caring is making people die. Genuinely. And I really want you to receive that shit, man, because it's the fucking truth. We're going to have a good time wherever we are. If you're blessed enough to receive this message, luckily. But dude, this world is suffering beyond explanation. Look at fucking Gaza. Beyond Gaza, there's a million other places in the world that need help, dude. But if we could just call for a ceasefire today in Gaza, that could be a great start. So please, for the love of God, do your part. Let's get into this Q&A. We can't see a world without peace, but if you do open your eyes, man, this shit is already suffering enough. So we will create this peaceful world and see it every time we close our eyes, but bruh, we have to do something about what's actually going on. So let me run down through these comments. Take a deep breath, and because dude, I know that's a hard message to hear. So take a deep breath and ground that shit into the planet, because we're gonna create that peace in our sight every time we take that breath. It can be really fucking scary when you're looking at the problem and you're like, damn, this is so fucking huge. How the fuck are we gonna do something about it? Dude, listen, take another deep breath. Deeper than that. And just recognize that all these problems, man, are the same manifestation of just bad energy, just low energy. So your consciousness is full of peace and love and presence. So dude, we all come together. It's simple as that. It's literally as simple as that. You have to make it simple. So smile. Today's a good day. Tomorrow's not promised. This is a gift. Sherry asked where I can get the book. The book is free, Simplified Astrology. If you go to my profile on YouTube, you'll find it for free. I'll read it to you. It's an audio book. But if you want to support that work, the link is in the description of that page. You can pay for the ebook version of it to read it and look at the diagrams and stuff. So that's where you get the book. Readings are closed. So that answers that question. How do you get a reading? You don't. You just don't. Or you read for yourself. That's what Simplified Tarot is for. I will teach you how to read better than me. I'll teach you everything I know. Simplified Tarot. Yo, how long is the process to be able to teach Reiki? This is a good question. And I'm gonna I forgot to say this, but I'm gonna make up names for these people who ask the questions. This is Mr. Smith. Yeah. Mr. Smith wants to know, how long is the process to teach Reiki? And that's a good question. Reiki is a healing modality where you put your hands on yourself or other people and you just move energy. And, ooh, I like those notifications. Reiki moves through your hands and it moves healing. You can learn Reiki in like a weekend, like in a day or two. A teacher can teach you how to do this. So there's a couple levels to it. In the system that I have done, Holy Fire Reiki, there's like Karuna Reiki, there's Usui Reiki. You can look into these things, but I would just recommend find the closest Reiki teacher to you and just feel their energy. If it feels right, that might be your teacher. Talk to them, ask them questions. But there's like Reiki 1, Reiki 2, Reiki 3. Reiki Master is 3 in my system. But then after you go from Master, you can go to Teacher. So I'd say it takes roughly about 12 months, maybe about 2 years. 12 months to 3 years. That is such a, I keep widening it. But it really depends is my answer. That I was lucky whenever I got taught, because I was able to basically go from like, I think level 1 in 1 month, and you need a little bit of time after level 1 to detox and like adjust to the new energy. So I did 1 in 1 month, and then the next month I did 2, and then the very next month I started my Reiki Master training, which took me about a year, give or take. So it's like, I'm not a teacher yet, but theoretically, it's like I would have been qualified to teach it had I been instructed to teach it within about 2 years, maybe even less, if you really just got down to the point and put in all the work and didn't waste any like time not working through the credentials, if that makes sense. But honestly, I mean, it's important to have, I'm just gonna stop there. Yeah, I think that answers the question. The simple point that I was trying to make that seems like I just decided not to give, I'm gonna give it anyway, is like, we are all qualified to teach on some level, but it's like we just have to not give advice for things we haven't done. That's a good start when it comes to teaching other people. That's one thing we definitely don't want to do, is advise people to do things we've not done. Like, even if people are asking for this thing, it would be important to remind them, hey, by the way, I'll tell you, but I've not done this. So it's like ultimately very important to be considered. But I think that, hope that answers your question, Mr. Smith. Yeah, Mr. Smith. That's not their name. It's so funny. Excited to be there. Good to have you. Bit confused. Wanted to post the birth chart. Someone could help you. Yeah, you can post your birth chart. And there's a whole section in the Discord for posting your birth charts. So that's what we do. And you can ask questions, and that's what we do. We learn in the Discord. So this is, let me make up a name for this person. This is Henry Winkleford. This is not their name whatsoever. Okay. You guys realize that. I'm going to make this shit up every time. Henry says, so, Saturn time, the time as it corresponds to the planets. Would you mind elaborating? Yeah, what is Saturn time? And I think you answered the question. Time as it corresponds to the planets. Yeah. Saturn time talks about how time works on Saturn. So Saturn does have days. Technically, you could do astrology from Saturn, but because we don't live there, it's kind of really useless to do that. But Saturn time talks about when we go through Saturn transits, we're basically adjusting to the timing of Saturn because we're experiencing Saturn through its energy. Or I'm sorry, experiencing Earth through Saturn's energy. So I hope that makes sense. Because if it doesn't, we're going to have to ask it again. Henry Winkleford. This is a question from, yeah, their name is Fish McGish. And that's a beautiful name, Fish. Someone named their child Fish. That's fucking crazy, bro. They said I have a question, and then they put a question mark on it. And then I say, yes, you do. I hope that helps, Fish. Good stuff. And this question comes from... No, he asked more stuff. Let me finish his comment. That's so funny. He said, let's say someone grew up as a people pleaser and not knowing how to get out of these ways. Fear of letting people down or saying no. How can you recondition to stop this? That is, I felt that deep in my soul. Oh, man. Someone grew up as a people pleaser. They don't know how to get out of these ways. Fear of letting people down or not saying no. You know, one thing that really just echoes in my mind right now is that, you know, at some point the pain of staying the same is going to hurt more than the pain of change. So that kind of speaks to, like, you can only bend over backwards so much before you're just tired of fucking doing it. And then you just don't have the energy to do it anymore. So it's like, I would just encourage you to keep investing in yourself. Keep divulging all your energy and extra time into you. Get really good at something. Build a skill. Follow your hobbies. Make the most use out of your time. And like I really want to just italicize my words and say invest in yourself, because it's like then you become a more valuable person. You become stronger, more confident, more realized. And then it's like people not liking you means so much fucking less. And I also want to say to you, Mr. Fish, Mr. or Mrs. Fish McGish, dude, most of these motherfuckers don't even like themselves. So why the fuck would you want to be liked by them? A lot of these people are weird as hell and blind as fuck. So fuck them. How do you recondition yourself to stop this? Yeah, just remind yourself, man, stop caring. Let yourself get the gift of apathy for a second. Fuck these people, man. Your own love is enough for you. And if it isn't, that's where the problem is. It's going to be difficult to move forward until it is. So I'm just telling you, put your time and attention back into you, and then it's going to be worth more and more and more. And your progress may be incremental, but with consistency, man, where you are from today and 3 months from now is going to be unrecognizable. I promise you. Confirmation. Sneeze. You ever seen one of those? Real shit. Bless me. Yes, indeed. Whew, that was a deep release. Whew, I felt that in my stomach. Keep saying, this one is a message from Arthur the Buffalo. We have animals in our Discord, just so you know. We have all types of spirits and entities. So Arthur the Buffalo says, you keep saying fear is our power in your videos. Could you please tell us what you mean? And I just mean fear is a powerful energy. You know, what does fear do? Fear protects us from danger. Things that frighten us, I think, this is how I think about it. On the most simplistic level, if something scares you, that means on some level, it could be dangerous in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's physically dangerous or just like mentally or emotionally dangerous, you know, it's got some danger reflected to it. So that's what it's about. So I hope that answers your question, Arthur. And this one is from Terry. Put it in reverse. Terry put it in reverse, says, good morning, Mr. Maya. I was curious on what or who it was that interested you to astrology. You're natural, and I feel you're positive when listening to your wisdom. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. What the fuck was your name? I just made it up. I should like write a cartoon series because these all sound like cartoon characters. I just thought Benny the Rat, like Arthur the Buffalo and fucking Clifford the Big Red Dog. Yeah, so honestly, like, I like making up the names, but if you guys want me to read your actual names, let me know, because this is about interaction, but I'm liking the fake names. So I was always drawn to astrology. Bill Duvendak was the first astrologer I ever met physically, and he had that passion, so I was like interested. It really ignited something in me, and I just feel like I was predisposed to astrology just because I grew up in a kind of neo-pagan household for a little bit. My upbringing, I need to write a book about that, but it's like, my parents aren't astrologers, but the whole concept was always in my world, basically, for other reasons. So when I became like an adolescent, I really started seeing it more and more. And then because of the utility, I fell in love with it. It's just such a good tool. I'm such a people person. It helped me understand others so much while understanding myself. So I hope that answers that, because it's more of an open-ended question. This one is cool. I forget what their name is. This is why this is difficult, because they asked another question earlier. But this is Henrietta the hamster. And they just said, sorry to bother you, don't mean to be annoying. Just wanted to ask if you could go live on YouTube. So we're gonna work that out too, but they said they want to learn the banishing and they want the opportunity to do that. And I see they got a lot of like up votes on their comments. People are like feeling this. This is beautiful. So yeah, we should do a banishing tutorial. And I heard from a lot of you guys, you want me to do simplified magic. So I've been letting that work through my mind. I think that's a beautiful idea. We ran through simplified astrology and tarot. And by the way, I do have 2 updates that I'm gonna be posting pretty soon for simplified astrology and tarot, like one for each. Because I wanna share my personal favorite way to go about reading a chart and reading cards. So I want to bless all the members with that really soon. And by really soon, I mean before the start of the astrological year, like Aries. So we're less than 2 weeks away from the end of Pisces. I'll get it out to you guys in the courses by the next 2 weeks, okay? And you got my word. I'll keep you updated on it, but I'm telling you, like, I don't want to gatekeep anything, bruh. So I'm going to tell everybody in there. exactly the way I do all my readings. Like the strategy, the blueprint. I'm just going to give it to you guys, and I just encourage you to exercise it, because we've walked through the curriculum already in both of those courses. So it's like, it's all there. And I think that, and this is what the reviews are saying, and the reviews touch me, and I want to thank you guys all who've left reviews. It means the world to me. The reviews are confirmation, because they're telling me that the curriculum itself is fire, and it's organized in such a way that you can actually apply what you're learning. It's so useful, and it's conveniently organized, and it makes sense. But basically, I'm going to add an update video to the end of both courses, which is going to be a shortened and condensed video that integrates all that information into the strategy and the blueprint, okay? So for all my course members that are listening to me right now who've joined either Simplified Tarot or Simplified Astrology, I just want you guys to know that I've got something really good for you very soon. And I'll update everybody in Discord, and I'll probably mention it in the videos coming in the future, but just letting you know now that I'm about to dump all the fucking wisdom out and just be like, dude, here's the blueprint, here's the cookbook recipe, and just run your charts, run your cards through this, and go change the world, man, because I can only do so much, man. That's why my readings are off, because I got to do more things. So this next question is about the schedule. We kind of talked about that earlier. Middle pillar question. And they're talking about, this is a hard question to articulate because of how it's worded, but they were talking about how the chakra, balancing their chakras feels like the middle pillar ritual. It's basically the same. Yeah, the middle pillar will balance your chakras. Let me see. This is cool. This came from Arthur the Rat. They're all named Arthur, but they're just different animals. So, I used to have pet rats, by the way. Pet rats are really cool. Or rats in general are kind of cool. I love all animals, by the way. So no disrespect to life. But Arthur, because some people, yeah. I'm not going to get into it. Some people, let me tell you, let me bitch and complain. This is why I came here today, to gossip. That's crazy, man. Arthur's a kind rat. That's the point. And I think I'm a pretty cool rat. Like, whenever I wear those animalistics, or characteristics, I tried to integrate those two words together. It didn't work. When I have those rat characteristics, I think I'm a pretty cool rat, personally. Because I'm about my cheese, man. I'm about my cheddar. And I got nice teeth. So they asked me, they were just, and they're such a kind rat. They just said, good evening. They're like, we're just wondering, where do you see your career going? Any goals we can help you with? That is really a good question. And I see my career going to the moon. And that's slightly exaggerated, but it's not impossible. You know, I literally could go there, but I see myself like Mr. Beast, but a little bit better. Because he set a standard or an example. I feel like I could go even further than him and reach beyond and bring astrology to the whole world. Give people the tools to use it themselves. I want it all to be free. I want people to know how to heal. I want people to know how to use energy. I want people to know how to use magic. I want to awaken the world with my business. So I could go on and on for days. That's the big picture. I really could go on and on for days and really even show you down to the microscopic, but I'm gonna leave it off on that. Good question. And how do I support you? That's so kind, and I really appreciate it. I would just say share and like, and just spread the knowledge, you know. that means the world to me, genuinely. So I want to thank every one of you guys who just wants to help me. It means the world. Receiving help has been a problem for me. I don't even know why. I could take the time. I know a couple of reasons why, but it's like, it's wild that sometimes receiving is difficult. So it means the world that you guys are wanting to help me, and that's so cool. So thank you. I appreciate that I can be of service to anybody, you know? So thank you so much for the question. And this is actually this question comes from a buffalo. Oh my goodness. I wish I got that Mercury cord that was for sale. Any leftover? They're like, I got the cash now. Sending love. So the Mercury, the planet cords, we actually I don't have any of those currently, by the way. But I will say, good question about the cords. My friend Debbie, Debbie just dropped the bag off on me, dude. So if you hit the link and you look at my store, you'll see that there's all the zodiac cords listed. So I just realized I gotta rush to update the picture, but they're all in stock. So when I get back, I'm gonna take that pic. I'm gonna update it. But yeah. So by the way, what I mean is I've got Aries through Pisces zodiac cords. If you want to get a magical cord braided with specific colors and stones of crystals attached to it and charms, one for your zodiac sign, Debbie just made all of these for us. So I mean, eventually we could do more cords for the planets, but as of right now, we just don't have any specifically for the planets. But yeah, if you wanted one for the signs, we got you. There's no Leo left, though, I will say. Leo got taken out very quickly, so hope that helps. Someone said, did I tell you what the buffalo's name? I feel like somebody asked what was the buffalo's name, because I don't know if I said it. What if I just start saying their real name, dude? Just start calling people animals right to their face. That'd be fucked up. I won't do that then. I mean, I could immediately. That would have been funnier if I did, now that I really think about it. Damn, there's a fake account called Deborah that tried to follow somebody, and it literally has my pictures on it. This is crazy. Check this out, y'all. Fucking what? This literally says Deborah, Mark David Meyer 1. What the fuck? It says get my book. Oh, I can't click on the picture or the link because it's a picture. But this is Deborah. Damn it, Deborah. Are you fucking kidding me? What the hell, Deborah? That's fucked up, y'all. That's bullshit. My friend Debbie, who made the cords, that's my favorite Debbie. But some Deborahs, man. Some Deborahs act like diva roaches, or they act like rats, but hunchback rats. And that's what I'm talking about. It took me a second. But now it came full circle. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. Some people act like they ain't got no motion, like they ain't got no traction, like they ain't got no action. That shit is bullshit. People be so kind to me, and I love it. This question, that was more so confirmation than a question. I'm scrolling down the list, my friends, and thank you for tapping in. Pardon me. I set up the YouTube membership, and I know we talked about it in this video, and I think, because I got comments when I mentioned it, that I have to post it as a post in my community tab so people can get access to it. So I'm gonna look into that after I get this one out, okay? Because when you get into the membership on the community, you have specific emojis, and they're cool. And I want to start seeing them in the chat. That would make me the happiest man in the world. Okay. This question comes from an aardvark named Andromalius. And this aardvark asked us, Mark, what do you recommend as the best book of witchcraft for beginners? And I love that question. And there's so many books on witchcraft. The one I would just tell you right off the rip is The Inner Temple of Witchcraft. And it's the first book in a series of 5 books by Christopher Penczak. And they're big books. It's like a college level curriculum on witchcraft. So I would definitely recommend The Inner Temple of Witchcraft and start working with your will. So thanks, Andrew Malleus. That's beautiful. This person posted their chart. And I can't answer this because I can't get into that right now. So this person asked me, and this is this is a giraffe, and this giraffe's name is this giraffe's name is Zeke. And they said, so they were gonna ask why I don't do a lot of hand movements when I'm doing Reiki. And then I addressed it, and then I did some, and they said it's nice either way. But the question is, do you have any recommendations for selecting local master in-person classes? There's at least 5 in your city. Oh man, you gotta trust your intuition then. Yeah, I couldn't recommend anybody for you specifically in your area. Just trust your intuition. They say when the student's ready, the teacher appears. I feel like it's about to start raining. I feel it in the air. I see it in the clouds. I see it's about to come down. This next person, by the way, this one is a person, so I won't say their name. But I will say that this person is named, you know how that last giraffe was named Zeke? This is Zoinks Everdude. And Zoinks Everdude says, okay, so I wasn't able to attend the session last night, but I did see the YouTube video. And I'm curious about what you were drawing with your finger in the palm of your hand. And that was a Reiki symbol. And your Reiki teachers will teach you so much other stuff about Reiki, but like when there's symbols, you can literally just draw them onto your hand to help pull that energy into what you're sending. So I hope that helps, Zoinks. This one comes from Gabe Gabenson. So I love this question, Gabe. I gave them a live reading. Thanks again. You're welcome. On TikTok and stressed the part about needing to do shadow work, and they wanted to know personal recommendations about what books or what resources they can use to start. And quite honestly, man, I would go on not YouTube, but TikTok, where we even did the reading. Go on TikTok and look for that shadow work journal. And that is really an amazing place to start. There's also a book on TikTok called The Inner Workbook, and those two I think go hand in hand. Those two will change your life if you really just take the time to open them and walk through them. They're huge when it comes to the shadow work and the self-reflection. They'll really do the guesswork for you. You just got to show up. I'm going to cut this at an hour. So I got to do like maybe a couple more, because I could do this all day. There's even more. Okay. This one's about readings. This one is a content recommendation. So I think we have a channel for content suggestions. Yeah, so if you have, by the way, if you want me to make specific videos that aren't Q&A, like questions, let me know, because this one is asking for a specific tutorial. So I would definitely love to do that. I see this one. So yeah, gang, definitely go to the link in the bio, join the Discord, and make sure that you leave your comments for next week's Venus Day Q&A so I can answer those for you. A lot of people answer or ask questions today. I didn't even get to them because I'm going from the top to the bottom, but I should be able to get to most of them by next time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like it up if you did. I'll see you guys in the next one. Blessed be, blessed we.